Let's take a look at the natives. These natives aren't blooming yet, but they'll get there. It looks like we have some partridge pea blooming. And everyone's favorite, black-eyed Susan. This is wild bergamot. It is not blooming yet, but it'll get there. This is everyone's favorite, ragweed. Ragweed doesn't bloom so you can see it, but it is the highest protein content plant in your yard. So it's really good for the rabbits and the critters that eat it. So leave it be. This is a native that has a name I can't remember. And right now we have just a ton of black-eyed Susans. And my favorite, one of my favorites, Rattlesnake Master. Lots of Rattlesnake Master going on. Here's some, there's some. More bergamot. More black-eyed Susan. Oh my God, there's so many bees. The bees are doing great. More black-eyed Susan. More Rattlesnake Master. More purpley flowery thing. This might be what this is bergamot here. This is the bergamot. This is what wild bergamot looks like. This is an invasive. I'm going to cut out tomorrow. The redbud tree is doing fine, even though it's not in shade. One of my milkweed patches isn't doing great, but it's doing okay, and there's milkweed down there. Where am I pointing? That's milkweed there. Those are all milkweeds. They're just not flourishing. And in springtime, I noticed that this wasn't looking grassy, it was looking something elsey, and it turns out it's a giant patch of black-eyed Susans, and so I left it alone. This is more Susan. So, lots of feed for the pollinators with natives. So, first successful year ever with corn. I'm excited about that. The cabbage is looking pretty good. It's looking kind of crowded in there with grass. I'm not sure how all that grass got in there, but we'll pull that tomorrow and clear it up. Tomatoes are looking good. Peppers are not looking great. I'm not sure what the deal with peppers this year is, but they're not growing. Here we have some peas, maybe ready to bring in. There's a marigold that's gone crazy. Not sure what that is. It might be a marigold, but I thought I planted a strawberry here. Like someone gave me a strawberry to plant and I planted it. Not sure what that is. It's another pea. We walk around the house. We can see that the blackberries are doing their thing. Ooh, look, blackberries that aren't right, so don't eat those yet. Ooh, there's one. More Susan, more bergamot. This is Illinois bundle flower. More Susans. Again, I didn't plant these, they're just taking off and I leave them alone. And the reason for coming up here is more Susans, no, the giant irises. And whatever this thing is. I must have planted, but it's cool looking. Be sure to have your swarm trap out and ready in case your bees decide to move. Here's more Susans. Here's a wagweed. This is pokeweed, which is actually a really good native for wildlife. The sunflowers have kind of given it their all and are starting to fade out, but other things are coming in, so that's how natives work. So sunflowers will bring in a lot of goldfinches. Here's ragweed in bloom. And there's not much else in there. Here's more, I think, giant iris and blackberry that's gone crazy. More iris. I can't remember what that's called. I planted a bunch of cactus prickly pear through here. I don't know if it's going to come up next year. I thought it would come up this year, but it didn't. And that's about it. I could show you these. These are, if you've ever wondered, this is, the dogs are wallowing in my things. But anyway, this is safflower, which is technically from Asia, but the cardinals like it, so it sticks around. And the honeysuckle bush has gone crazy. I really need to trim this down. This is kind of out of control.